All right, forgive me. This video is not planned at all. It's not going to be great quality, but I promise you, if you're willing to listen and stick till the end, you will get a lot of value away from this. And just to preface real quick, I'm on the way to the airport right now. So I'm driving out my apartment garage right now, 10 floors. So I'm going to be driving like this for a little bit. Yeah, my boy flew in from VA to visit me down in Miami for the first time, which is kind of dope. So like side note, fly out of your hometown and have your boys come visit you. But I just had an epiphany. I was sitting in my apartment a minute ago and I was talking with a client. And, you know, he's an entrepreneur. He's trying to work his way up right now. And obviously, like, inside my mentorship, I want to help my clients, like, outside of just, like, being able to focus and build their mental and physical strength up. Like, it's a all-around kind of mentorship. So, you know, we were talking and I was saying, like, bro, you got to have an abundant mindset. And I'll give you a perfect example because I recently did something that, you know, felt very uncomfortable. And right now I still feel kind of uncomfortable. But I realized that it was the exact move that I've done before that allowed me to level up so fucking quick and be able to hit the next level. So recently I sold a fuck ton of crypto. And like I was stacking up that crypto. Like I take a percentage out of my income every single week. And I put it aside to like kind of let it grow in the account. Like I like the fact that I do have like assets growing. But I realized that, you know, I sold this to you know, pay for some other things. And it was uncomfortable in the moment, but I realized these are the exact things that I did to get to the level that I'm at right now and continuously progress. And I'll give you an example. I'm a nerd and I'm about to show you how I am right now, but I used to play Minecraft a lot as a kid, right? And if you know anything about Minecraft, like if you don't, like keep an open mind and I'll explain it very like concretely. But there's like these specific, there's mini games in Minecraft, right? You would join a server and that server would have different mini games. You can play with different people. And there was this one that I always played. I think it's called Jailbreak. I might be wrong, but Jailbreak is basically you get spawned into a mine where you mine like different types of rocks like gold, diamonds, and you collect these rocks and you would sell it for money and you use that money to make upgrades to your character, upgrades to your pickaxe to mine faster. You would make upgrades like just to become better and make it more efficient of you getting that gold, right? And once you get to a certain, you know, dollar percentage, not dollar percentage, but once you get to a certain amount financially, you would be able to do something called prestige. And that prestige, hold on, let me not run this person over. She's walking slow as fuck. Okay, fuck that. But once you prestige, you would be able to get to that next level. And the point is that you want to, you know, break free from jail. It's called jailbreak. So different levels, and then the top level, you would literally like prestige, right? You would break out of jail. So when you prestige, you would go essentially back to zero. Like you would prestige and then you would lose like all the pickaxes that you upgraded. You would lose all the attributes that you did, but the one thing that you didn't lose was the skill set that you built to that point. So every single time when you prestige, like it felt great being on that level where, you know, it just felt like you were like doing everything, like you could mine very efficiently, you were making like good money for at that level. But the only way you could do more, the only way you can move up in the ranks is by sacrificing everything that you had to get to that next level and then building yourself up from there. But you had the skill set, you had the knowledge that you didn't have in the previous level to make that upgrade. So it's a lot easier. And what happens is that as you continue to level up and up and up, you start to do it much faster because you know what to expect. You kind of have a routine and system built around it. And I promise you this relates, and I hope you're starting to connect the dots, but it's the same exact thing in life because I made so many fucking sacrifices. Like countless nights I just sleep, like just sit in my apartment room in solitude. I'd miss countless family dinners. I moved 950 miles away from my family. A lot, like I narrowed down my social circle, lost a lot of friends along the way. And every single time, like I felt like I just lost everything. I felt like I had nothing to my name. But what I was building at the time was the skill sets that I needed to level up more and more. And I realized when I sold that crypto and I feel like I don't have too much to my name compared to what I had in crypto before. And like, it's not a huge example, but it feels like I lost it, but I made that sacrifice to be able to get to that next level, to be able to understand that, okay, when I do have this again, this is what I can do with the money differently from what I did before. And I just feel like, you know, I had to get to a point where I had this abundant mindset, because if I was so like limited with my moves. Like if I thought like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get any crypto if I sell this, there's no way I'd be able to make that money back, yo, I wouldn't be able to make that move. I wouldn't be able to level up. I wouldn't be able to make any changes in my life because honestly, like, change hurts. Either it hurts to stay the exact same where you're at right now for the next 6 months, or it hurts to push yourself through hell to make a change to actually see something different in the next 6 months. Like that is the choice that you ultimately need to make, and you have to be willing to sacrifice anything that it takes to get to that next level. And let me make sure this guy doesn't fucking smack my car. I'm gonna share my location. Okay. But that's what I realized along the way, that you need to be willing to sacrifice everything that it takes to get to that next level, so you have the skill set at that next level to build yourself up into that next man and have more resources the next time, and have, you have the mindset the next time. So it's a lot easier to move up the ranks once you get to that next level because you know more of what you're doing. And I think that's kind of like the basis of the video that I want to make, is that you have to be willing to sacrifice anything that it takes to get to that next level. And you have to have an abundant mindset, meaning that, just because you have an abundance of whatever resource it is right now, maybe you're like comfortable living in your house, like it's good being around your family and friends, like be able to sacrifice that. Because I promise, in this world, we live in a world of abundance where you can get any type of resource that you want. Like money is infinite, bro. Like you have to have an abundant resource, and this is like a really good mindset to have. But I'll put it like this. Let me cut this dude off real quick, but I'll put it like this. You have to be willing to be in the mindset of, this has to happen by today, this has to happen by tonight. Hold on, I'm about to cut someone off. But essentially, like, this is the mindset that you have to have like an abundant mindset, right? And it kind of detach yourself from the outcome, because you cannot be attached to the outcome whatsoever. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to make the goal happen by tonight, but also be in the same mindset where you have the patience. If it doesn't take 10 years, if it doesn't happen in 10 years, like, you're okay with it just sitting. That is the mindset that you need to be in. And that's like, the law of detachment. Because if you're constantly focused on the outcome, it's never going to come to you. But if you focus on the things that get you to the outcome and just detach yourself from the outcome, if you're thinking that it might happen in 5 weeks, it might happen in 5 months, 5 years, that's okay. As long as I work my ass relentlessly to that outcome, then it will inevitably happen. And that is what you have to understand when it comes to your goals, is that you have to be doing whatever the fuck it takes input wise to get there. You have to be detached from the outcome, and you have to be abundant within whatever resources you have right now, because they will come back to you if you build yourself into the man who can attract those resources, can attract the people in your life, can attract the woman, the money. And I'm about to, hold on. Motherfuckers is honking, bro. What the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. Like, I hope that analogy helped out. And again, like, I applaud you if you made it to the end of the video, because that means that you actually give a fuck and you're actually seeking for information and value, which a lot of people just want a quick dopamine hit. So that means that you actually care to make a change. So again, applaud you on that. My IG is in the bottom of this description, and you can DM me personally if y'all got questions. I post like my IG life like literally daily, like my live, like you can fucking see me picking up my boy from the airport, just an example. But yeah, oh fuck, I'm about to miss this fucking turn. Yeah, Miami traffic is not for the weak. But again, appreciate y'all watching, and I hope you got some value from it. If you did, like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel, because I am small right now, but I appreciate each one of y'all who do support me. But yeah, I'm going to cut this video off right here, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.